Nutrien Equine Classic race series is at Bendigo Friday night. All roads lead to Bendigo here at Ballarat, catching up with Clayton Tonkin. Firstly, Clayton, thank you and welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Big night of racing, just shy of $1 million. They're the nights that you want to target, aren't they? The nights you want to have a good team of horses going to.
Yeah, for sure, and there's good money on offer, and you know, the old Breeders' Crown used to be at Bendigo, and it was always a great atmosphere, and it should be a good night.
I can say this, you have a bit of a soft spot for Bendigo. If it was a better road from Ballarat to Bendigo, you'd be probably racing more horses there.
Yeah, no, I actually love the track, and you know, I don't go to the races that often, but yeah, I really like the track. I think it's a great track.
Yep, very good. Bay of Biscay, mate, is also I want to highlight. He was a $150,000 yearling purchase through the Nutrien sales out of Nike Franco and Alabar. There was a big build-up to him, and sometimes these big build-ups, they fall a little bit flat, but he's an excitement machine, this horse. One, he was super at Bendigo the other night, but just an exciting colt to watch from afar anyway, and I'm just curious on your thoughts.
Yeah, no, we've got a real big opinion of him, and he's got a great attitude, and you know, he's a great individual. He was as a yearling, he still is. He's an outstanding looking horse, and his attitude and his mentality is, yeah, first class, and it's going to take him a long way.
That race the other night, he did everything. Like, he settled back in the field, and it was a slowly run race. Beautiful drive by Nathan Jack in front. He did everything to try and beat you. Did he exceed you guys' expectations? Because, I mean, the big boss is no slouch, and to run home in those sorts of times and put his head out like he did that exceed you and Emma's expectations of him?
Not really. As you can see, we've got sort of pretty good class of horse here, and we know how good he is. I'm sure he's not the complete racehorse yet, where he doesn't know how to put him away and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, we've got a very, very big opinion of him, and yeah, like I say, they're both lovely colts, and you don't see them run halves in 54 2-year-olds like that. But yeah, it was exciting to watch the race, to be honest.
Encourage people to get there and actually watch it. I was fortunate enough to be there the other night, and it was brilliant to watch those two colts going so fast to the line, and neither of them shirking the issue, and it's going to be another issue. Is the barrier draw a worry? I said there before that he settled so well at Bendigo. That part would give you a bit of confidence anyway with the bigger field, but it is a trickier draw. You probably would have liked to have had the front row to sort of sort out what you wanted to do. Yeah,
it's definitely going to be a lot harder this week because it's a full field. Like, where last week it was only like a 6-horse or a 5-horse race, and you sort of just got going when you wanted to, where this week he's going to have a lot of traffic in front of him, and you know, I'm sure it's going to be a great race, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. The rest of yours, that's in the $175,000 Alabar Nutrien Equine Classic too, and we've got to say thank you to all of the sponsors, including Harasser Trotters. We'll go back to race number 2, which is the first of their features, $125,000 race with a horse that they actually bred in Tradie Lady. Firstly, she was terrific at Kilmore, returned to winning form for her.
Yeah, no, she's pretty high quality filly. She ran into Miles's one last year, and it sort of rolled her a couple of times, and then she had a little bit of issue with her throat and that, and had a bit of time out, and yeah, she did it all wrong her first run back, but yeah, she's up with the best fillies going around.
A little bit trickier from the draw. Also, Greg Sugars is out the back there with you. It's going to be a bit tricky. Does it worry you, that draw for a trotter when she's out of the draw, or are you happy with it to be out of there and maybe out of trouble a little bit, let the rest of them settle in front of you?
Yeah, I'm not too stressed about the draw. I think she's the best horse in the race, and you know, as long as she does everything right, I think she's going to be pretty hard to beat.
The Woodlands three-year-old fillies, and you got Sweet Bella, great mate of yours, Bruce Edwards, but he didn't breed this one. He actually unsupervised purchase, I've been led to believe, but she's a lovely, lovely filly. Is barrier 1 going to be an issue for her now with the scratching underneath her? Is that going to be a little bit of a concern for you?
Oh, I'm not real concerned. She'll leave the gate good. She's, you know, she's got speed. You know, she's tough. She's got everything you want in a filly. She's a great racehorse. Yeah, it was a funny story, but Bruce got me to have a look at it, and he definitely wasn't going to what he paid for her, and I said to him, geez, that filly went dear. He goes, yeah, I bought it. And I said, geez, you got excited. He goes, yeah, I wasn't going to get beat.
I did a thing with Jamie Lee King last night. She said that's what happens when you leave Bruce unsupervised. He wanted it, but I mean, she looks a lovely filly. And I say about this race series and when it is, people conjecture of when it should be and when it shouldn't be. The great stepping stone to the end of the season for that filly. I'm sure you're pretty excited about her.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's 3 or 4 weeks till the Vic bred. So to be honest with you, it's ideal, like for us, for a few of these fillies that they can you can wind them in give him a good run and get him ready, and then sort of back off him a little bit and go again. So yeah, for us, I think the series is actually in a good spot for us.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's super, and a little bit warmer weather. Not that you know that here in Ballarat. Right up the Alabar 3-year-old, $100,000 3-year-old classic. 4 runners. I'm not going to ask you which one can or can't win, but our Vinny just seems to keep getting better, and has got the beautiful draw here on Friday night.
Yeah, he's a funny little horse. He's sort of, he follows good tempo and always hits the line hard. He's always dangerous with the right run. He probably hasn't got the brilliance of the other two. Or the other 3, to be honest. But yeah, he's a great racehorse.
Petrarca, he's a little bit like the footballer. He's just a monster, isn't he? And he had that arrogance in a way about him, turning for home at Bendigo the other night when Pitty just said go. There's just something about him when he lets down, isn't it?
Yeah, he's very high class. He's a great little horse, and he had a little bit of injuries, setbacks, and that, but he's up with the best 3-year-olds going around, and he's an excitement machine.
Oliver Dan, I'm interested in your thoughts. He looks like he's a professional horse. He was out in front last week and just did it, as he liked. But he looks to me like a really professional horse, maybe one that flies underneath your radar. Obviously, you've got high opinion of him, but some other people might put a few of the others ahead of him.
Yeah, well, we haven't had him the whole time, and like I say, since we've had him, he's won 2 out of 2, and we really like him. He's probably going to be a little bit better later on when he sort of learns the caper a little bit more, but he's got a big motor, and he's a betters out of Miss Hazel, so he's quality bred, and they'll know he's there Friday night.
Bred to actually get better and better, as is Major Celebrity, but almost a forgotten horse. 14 starts, 7 wins, and not spoken about, probably rightfully so with the other 2 boys in your stable, but he's a bit forgotten for mine.
Yeah, well, he ran 3rd in the Nutrien last year, and he has done nothing wrong at all. He probably beat himself. Even his last couple of starts, he's probably over-raced a little bit. And yourself, against the high-end horses, you can't do that. So hopefully he settles back. He's sort of been working the gate all the time, and I think it's just sent him a little bit stirry. So off a trail, I'm sure he'll run a great race.
Tricky draw for him and the other bloke, which is a bit hard, one of those things, barrier draws, but you've got a couple of good draws too. But overall, I think you've probably fared worse on the barrier draw front than it is. It's a big night of racing. It's what we want people to get out there, see high quality horses. You've got some pretty good opposition going around as well. Horses are like Luxa Turner and that, so it's great to have quality horses, get people back to the racetrack, mate. Yeah,
for sure. You know yourself, it doesn't matter if it's in my camp or their camp or anyone's camp, you always want to watch good horses, and you love seeing these juveniles step out and see what they can do.
Exhilarating to watch Bay of Biscay and the Big Boss go onto the line the other night. People got the opportunity to watch it again Friday night. They've been forewarned. Mate, you enjoy the Nutrien experience?
Yeah, no, it's been great, mate, to be honest. And yourself, it's it's a fresh look, and it's one of them things where I think it's great for the industry that we'll get behind all this sort of stuff, and yourself, it gives you options, and you get good quality horses. You're going to get people to pay good money for them.
No, Clayton, thank you very much, mate. Good luck Friday night. Thanks for giving me a bit of time.
All good.
Thanks, man.